Brown Incorporation. Doc Brown can help you in many walks of life. Doc Brown worked with the seven heads in the spirit. There's never been a major hurricane in this area because of Doc Brown. Doc Brown can free your loved ones out of jail. Jailbirds can be freed. Come get your magic portion now. You can call me, keep calling Doc Brown until you get him. Also, Doc Brown works with personal love cases. Are you lonely? You leave your message at the beep. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today we will be interviewing Doc Brown. Hi, Doc Brown. How are you?
How you doing, ma'am?
Why do people call you Doc Brown?
Well, you know, Doc is a name that I got when I was a little bit of kid, you know. They told me I had more information than the regular kids about life, and I always been curious about life. However, when I was like 14, I used to hang around with my grandmother, and I used to see her do spiritual work, you know what I mean, helping people that was all crossed up and all messed up. And I got anointed in the spiritual world. And I feel like right now I'm at one of the highest spiritualists in the country. I work with the seven heads in the spirit world, and I help people and solve all problems.
Why is this your first time giving an interview?
Well, because I feel like it's so much misinformation out here about spiritualists and about witch doctors and root doctors, which I am. I feel like people don't understand, and the whole thing about religion has been twisted. Okay, if you go back into the beginning of time when mankind was put on earth, Adam and Eve, you know, the first Bible was allowed to be written by the kings of Romans. And man has always understood how to communicate with animals. He's always understood how to be more like God. However, mankind has taken that away from him through hatred, through jealousy, through envy. And I feel like I didn't want to be a part of all that different cultures or religions coming up against each other. Even with now, the religion in the Midwest over there, how they realize and recognize violence as a form of religion. Why? Because the leaders such as Saddam Hussein, Bin Laden, Gaddafi, they want the power themselves instead of helping the people. But you know something, ma'am? I got some stuff here that can really help people. And I'm just going to go ahead and come out with it. That's why I'm doing the interview with you now.
Okay, what is is it some type of magic potion or?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You hit the right word there, because we all got magic. You know, I tell people all the time, when God first put you on this earth, according to the book of Luke, there was angels all around Jesus, as a baby. So angels and magic are a combination of how we got here on this earth. Magic is in us. It's just a form of the higher self. You know, we don't live in the world. As a baby, we come from so many months on to the fact that we in our teens, and then we get in our young man, young womanhood. But life continues to go on and on and on, and people don't realize that the angels are continue to manifest around them. You know, I chant 13 angels around the stuff that I send out to people. And I guarantee you this, if they order this stuff right here now, they would never have problems like they're having in the day with their kids, you know? And they would never have the problem with their loved ones like they're having. So magic, yes, is in all of us. And so my job right now is to teach people how and what magic is all about, which is to elevate themselves up into the angels and to elevate themselves up in their mind. Because the mind is so powerful in the brain, it really leads the heart. And a lot of people operate today, they operate off their emotions. I'm quite sure you probably hear people talk about other people say, hey, you know, so-and-so is on this, he's doing that, and doing that. Next thing you know, everybody believes that. But that's a myth, you know what I mean? And all I want to say is this right here, don't believe what you hear as far as all that you hear. Believe half of what you hear and most of what you read and comprehend on your own, because the angel's going to give you that, okay?
So, what do people mean by positive? What do you mean by positive and negative energy?
Well, actually, everybody has energy around them. As a spiral disc, we're going to do it like this right here. If a person thinks positive, then their energy spin like a clockwise. And it's in the atom. The atom molecule motion is in the oxygen we breathe. And as a matter of fact, it's getting hot in here. Oxygen is what we need to live. Molecule motion is in that oxygen. The atom, which has the proton, the neutron, and the electron. So the proton is the positive part of the atom. The neutron is the negative part. And I think the people think so low of themselves, they attract more negative energy. When they get into arguments, they love to continue to on until leads into a struggle, a fight. But when they think positive, they see things in clockwise. And when they think negative, things get to be counterclockwise. That's the way the atom moves, counterclockwise. And that's why animals, small animals, know when you like them or know when you don't like them. Like a snake fencer. If you go there negative around him, he gonna want to strike at you. But if you go down there with love, you know what I mean, around him, he gonna mind his own business. Same thing with human beings. You can feel when people don't like you, right? Okay, that's positive and negative energy.
Okay. Do you believe in the Bible?
Oh yes. Oh man, I believe so much in the Bible. It just breaks my heart to know how twisted man has twisted it up. These different cultures that you have now and religion, you know, our religion as a black man was true spiritualism. You know, you had the witch doctor and the root doctor back in Africa. As we came over into America, we couldn't read or write. We had to work in the cotton field, and our religion got stole. So what we had to do is, in order for us not to work in the cotton field on Sunday, we was told to go to church. Now think about that. We couldn't read and write. We in the church. How you gonna preach the Bible if you can't read? It was a law against us to read. So what back then they did, they preached negative fear because they told us that was the way it was supposed to go. So that's why you have a lot of different people believe in different denominations of religion, and even with the foreign religion over there, you got Buddhism, you got Allah, Muslim, you know, and so it's a lot of religion is not true. All that's in the Bible. So what you have to define religion as a belief in terms of the way you focus and only one God, and God is in the Godhead, and all he has is angels doing his bidding, and angels on every level, and lower spirits is what you call evil spirits or bad spirits, and the way you get up out of those bad spirits is elevate your consciousness, elevate your spirit all the way into angels. And angels will come to you when you sleep at night. All you have to do is realize and show love. They'll welcome you, and they give you all the things in the world. And a lot of religions, a lot of churches don't preach and teach this, because I've had preachers come to me because they want their church filled up. They come to me to get stuff to fill up the church. Why? Because there's more money, more people sitting in the pew. So it's all about cash flow of money with them now. A lot of preachers, you heard of the big preachers getting into trouble, all this stuff. It's all about money with them. They don't teach the message where a person can help themselves get out of the bondage and the poverty they're in. Even with educated people, everybody needs religion. But I have something here, and I have a plan. I can show them God. I can show them how to elevate their mind up out of this negativeness. And I can show them how they can sit up in the church and be happy with the preacher's message and be right along doing some things on their own at their own house, helping them, other than just reading scripture.
So that's what your magic potion is going to do, help them understand the
exactly.
Bible.
Exactly, sweetheart. You got it. You got the right thing. It's going to help them understand themselves. It's going to protect their home. It's going to bring luck and love on their path. It's going to give them a feeling of absolute power that they never had before, and they're going to be wonderful.
Okay. So why do you call your potion magic? Is it because it helps people out?
Exactly.
It help gain energy.
Yeah, exactly.
That you
Well,
was
supernatural. See, everything I sent out here is 13 spirits come along with that. And you might say, well, how you know? Well, let me tell you this. You ever go to church, look at a man laying on the casket. You wonder why he ain't moving, she ain't moving. Why? Because there's no spirit in them. So they D-E-A-D, dead. They dead. No spirit. So everybody has a spirit in them. So I'm able to attract spirits because I know them by name. I've been chanting spirits for 30 years. So it's just like me and you talking now. That's the way I talk to spirits. I'm able to go in a trance. I'm able to lay down, take my head off, by the way. I'm able to lay down and I'm able to lay back. And I'm able to call in spirit and we talk just like me and you talking. And I'm able to send them to places in the universe. And I can guarantee you this. When you wake up in the morning, if you order this stuff and have this stuff around you and use it like I tell you, you wake up in the morning, you will have a better path. It will be paid for you. There won't be none of this negative stuff on your path like you have today. And that's what I call magic. Can I show you something, by the way? Let me show you this. Read this out for me. I have things that I send out to people.
Okay.
And what I have them to do, some of this stuff, and also I teach them and tell them what they should know. And can you read that aloud, please, ma'am?
Okay, it says, when I perform and complete a ritual on behalf of a client, the energy is swirling about in the ethers.
Yeah,
energy do not just disappear.
Right, energy don't disappear.
Therefore, the client must focus and direct his or her own energy on what the outcome should be.
Exactly. I already, when they order stuff from me, I have already what they call read the energies and spirit. So what I do, I send them stuff to use, but I also I ask them to focus their own energy because I just don't want to be powerful myself. I want them to be powerful. Every person that come in here, I'm going to empower. I'm going to show them something that they never seen before. And they're going to be living life like they never lived it before. They're going to believe that they're celebrities. They're going to have good luck. Money going to flow to them. Blessings going to flow to them. They're going to have love coming to them. And let me tell you something about love. People don't realize it. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Can I tell you a story about a man? And him and his wife had broke up. And all of a sudden, he didn't know what to do. So he heard about me. And all of a sudden, he came in my door. He called me on the phone, and I let him in. He was just crying. He said, man, this lady left me. I don't know what to do, blase, blase. And also, too, he had an old pistol gun. He said, I'm going to hunt her down. I'm going to do this too. I said, son, take that old pistol. I took it from him, and I wrapped it up in some aluminum foil, and I cast it out in the backyard and buried it in the ground. And all of a sudden, the man got the stuff that I told him to get. He went home. 7 days later, his wife was back with him. Ain't that amazing?
That's amazing.
I told you now people need to realize that there's a way for them to be happy. I want to show you something else. I believe in my heart, and I know in my heart, that everybody can open up the sixth sense. Because that's something from nothing is something. People think something from nothing is nothing, but no, something from nothing is something. You know why I say that?
Why do you say that?
Read that right there.
This is how you open up your sixth sense. Meaning everything around you is valuable. Everything that happened to you is valuable. Imagine when early man saw the camel, he thought, then realized he can ride him. So all his creation started with something from nothing is something.
Exactly. Something from nothing is something. You know, Isaiah said it in the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah that people got a lot of guns and they think their weapons can get them out of anything. Even these young boys robbing banks and stuff. Your weapons are so small compared to the supernatural power of the angels. And believe me, if you ever commit a crime, there's no way you're going to get out from that crime. Because that person that you KILL or whatever you do with the guns, they have a life and a spirit over them. And if you take a person before their time, ma'am, that spirit will hunt you down. And you seen people how they tell on themselves after they commit these crimes and they turn themselves into police because They crossed up with bad spirits. And this is what I teach people. Come to see me and get this stuff, or you let your son, your daughter get crossed up. And then you got 35, 40 years they got in jail or prison because nobody cares about them when they get out in prison. Come get your stuff now. And this is why people need to always think outside of the box. Don't ever just pin yourself inside the box thinking you got everything. No, it's always going to be a learning process as long as you breathe in oxygen. So let me learn and teach you. Come on in here and let me teach you. $99 is all you need to get this stuff. And you want me to tell you why it's $99?
Why is it $99?
Because I'm going to sing you a song.
Okay.
All right? 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99. All right? That's just a rhythm what I do. And if you wake up in the morning when you get this stuff, I want you to say 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99. I guarantee you this. Before the end of the day, $99 will come in your pocket.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. That's a ritual that I do, and people don't have nothing to lose. So order your stuff and pay $99, cash check or money order, and get this, because nobody else is going to be able to inform. And also too, I have personal interviews that I do with celebrities and people all over the country. And I have interviews that I do where they can get an appointment in to see me. All they got to do is dial the number on the bottom of the screen. They can get an appointment in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can see me. And wherever I'm at, you know, if they get my secretary or somebody in the office to leave the opportunity time. But now, when I do have personal interviews, it takes a little bit more for me to sit down and educate a person. But however, the work still works the same by order and stuff. So if they live in California, wherever they live, New York, it's just as good as UPS give them this. Okay. And you notice I have a color on my nails. You were going to ask me about that.
I noticed. I was going to ask you about that.
This color here is, I use this color every time I go into court case, right before the full moon. I just put on it with my fingers because what I realized there, that I have to work on something serious. And when I do that around the full moon, then the cases I'm working on is real serious. So I have to go deeper. So I tell myself, the first thing I see before I go in my trances is blue, sky blue, which is sky all over. And then when I wake up, I want to see blue. So I want to say to you all out there, take a blue head rag and tie it around the head of your bed tonight, because I'm gonna make you see me. You're gonna see me just like you're seeing me now in the spirit, or you're gonna feel me. It's gonna be amazing. Just tie that blue rag and you're gonna know what I'm telling the truth. Ain't that all right?
That's all right. Okay, Reverend Doc, how do you feel about diseases?
I'm glad you asked me that, because, you know, I was sitting the other day thinking about where did all these diseases come from? And, you know, it came to me, the Spirit gave me the information. And the answer, really, there ain't no all no diseases. It's only one disease known to mankind.
And what's that? And
it's a disease called not enough, too much toxin and poison in the body, and not enough nutrients and vitamins. See, people don't eat right, especially our people. You know, when in slavery, we was given the hog. And you know, they eat everything on that hog. They eat his head, they eat his feet, they eat his intestine, what they call chitlins. And pork meat is the worst kind of meat you can eat. My cats don't even eat pork meat. They run from pork meat. The pork swells up in your glands, and it really causes all kind of so-called diabetes, so-called cancer, so-called high blood pressure. But if you use the right nutrients and exercise, and you know, I was a vegetarian for 25 years, vegetarian, didn't eat no meat at all. Okay. And guess how old I am?
How old are you?
Well, I'm 60.
60?
Yes, ma'am.
You look good.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I think I'm gonna look as better as I should, but you know, I feel like I attributed that to not eating pork. You know, I noticed that the Muslims, they didn't eat it, so I advise everybody out there, if you do eat pork meat, I know you're addicted to it, a lot of people are addicted to it, use colon cleansers to get that stuff out you. You know what I mean? And if you want me to just tell you a little something about colon cleansers and stuff like that, how to clean your system out, I will. But you should clean your system out really, and it will give you more focus at least once a week.
Okay.
You know, it will give you more focus, more energy, and you will look better. Look at all these overweight people out there. Some of them look so bad. You know what I mean? I want to tell some of them the truth, but I feel like with this message, I hope they realize that they can look as good as you.
Thank you.
But they just got to realize what they eat. But that's life. We got to learn as we go. As a little baby, whatever our mothers give us, we put it in our mouth and eat it, and we grow up not knowing what, as long as it fill us up. I think that's why we, you know.
Okay. How do you feel about people that don't exercise and walk and
they just running their out? I feel like they're not giving themselves the true level of living. See, in life, you either doing something even when you think you ain't doing something. Let me give you an example. Right now, we're going to say Bill Cosby. He's doing something right now. No matter where you are in the world, on earth, you're doing something, whether you're sleeping, you're looking at TV, you raking the grass out there in the yard, you're washing the car, you're looking at the movie, you're working on a movie, you're doing something all the time. Even when you're sleeping, you're still doing something because you're dreaming. So you're always doing something. So I tell people, say, why let yourself go and you can get in a 15-minute exercise program and look better than you look? What do you think good looking means? Good looking means good to look at. That's all I mean, good to look at. And I know you look at something good and make you feel good. So if I was the average person, when I wake up in the morning, before I lay down at night, I pray. I chant. Even I know angels that can give you beauty. I can show you angels that can give you beauty. It will show you what to eat, what to drink, what to put on. These angels will teach you everything. They just need to order this stuff up. And I just tell you, life is so beautiful.
So how long have you been in this business?
Over 35 years. I said 35. And then the reason I said 35 because I still, as a little boy, when I was in high school, I still was in it, but I never really did it on a commercial level. But 35 years, yes ma'am. I've traveled all over the United States on planes, airplanes, in cars, and I've collected so much information and data dealing with the human life and the human spirit. It's amazing. Sometimes it scares myself, and a lot of people say, put this stuff in books. Well, I have it in books, but I don't want to release it. You know why? Because I feel like it might get in the hand of the wrong person, and they might use it to control others. But even with the stuff I teach you, don't try to control others with it. If you're going to control others, you control them with love. Even with returning a mate, or getting your new boyfriend with this stuff, all that's good, but I teach you, don't misuse that person. If you use this to get a person, love that person. Cook them dinner, and y'all come, what they call communicate, and y'all be honest with y'all feelings. And see, I don't believe the word cheat. I don't believe that word. I think that word has been called like what they call it has a negative ringtone about it, like the word nigger. It really calls people to lash out at each other. It calls people to what they call sneak and do things. You know what I mean? So this is what I tell people. You can't cheat on nobody. What between your legs is yours, what between his legs is his, you can't cheat. You know, God put man here to dominate. And like a lot of people look at Tiger Woods' situation, they say, what happened to him? He was just being a man. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that every man should go out and act like that, but I'm just saying some men are going to act like that. And when you find a man that act like that, you shouldn't just try to destroy him. You shouldn't just try to, because he's being a man. You know what I mean? God put the feeling of sexuality in man 10 times stronger than I truly believe than he put it in anybody else. Because if you remember, the man has to fertilize the egg, okay? And he gets an erection sometimes from even just going to bed laying down. What are you supposed to do with that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I understand some things happen for a reason, but God gave man, in the old days, many men had many wives. All I'm saying is right here, if you got a man out there and he's good to you. Don't leave him because you caught him with another woman. Sit down and recognize and concentrate and talk about that. And you say, give him another chance, because if he's paying all the bills and doing all the stuff he's doing, then sometimes things happen just because of the spirit of things. See, sex is a spirit. I teach people that love is a spirit. Okay, hate is a spirit. Envy is a spirit. But sexuality, God put that in us so we can have newborn. The only way we come on this earth, you come through sex, I come through sex, he come through sex, everybody come through sex. So if God put that in us, there's a purpose for that. I look at my little cats. They do it all the time, everywhere. So all I'm saying is right here, don't be scared of your sexuality, even as homosexual, bisexual, or whatever. You love it, you embrace it. Everything happens to you, you embrace it. There's a reason for it. So if you order this stuff right here, it's going to help you see a lot of those myths that you have about life. It's going to help you. The Spirit's going to reveal certain things to you, and you're going to be stronger, and you're going to be more loving towards your loved ones, and your house is going to be blessed.
Let me ask you one more question, Reverend Doc.
Excuse me, can you get to those testimonies?
Sure,
I want to show you, and then you can let people see what they said about me.
It says, thank you, Reverend Doc Brown, for getting my son out of jail.
Now these letters are come from me. I just put them in there so you can read.
Okay, so they're out of...
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So how many letters you get weekly?
Oh,
you
ma'am.
got so many
yes,
up
ma'am.
here.
They write me all the time. I get so many letters from prisoners, so many letters from free world people that sometimes I don't think I can answer them all, but through the God's grace and charm and help, I'm answering them all, okay?
Okay. I'm going to read a couple more of these.
Okay, did you read that one right there?
I did.
Okay.
I did. And, well, I'll finish it out.
Okay.
It says, thank you, Reverend Doc Brown, for getting my son out of jail. He was once on drugs, and you had you helped him through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was that lady sent that letter? I forgot her name.
That was Susan J.
Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember
Love
that.
Susan J.
Yeah, I remember her.
And the next one says, thank you, Doc Brown, because my wife was slipping out on me with my best friend.
Yeah.
I came to you, and you returned her love back to me.
I remember that.
Okay. You got quite a few here.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch in the bike. I just brought those out so you can get a better understanding of what I do.
It says, Reverend Doc Brown, thank you for getting my family back. Everybody was at each other all the time. Thank you. Lynn.
All right.
So you...
I stay busy pretty much so,
busy.
Yes, ma'am. And did I tell you about where there's something going on all the time? So this is how I feel like you got to stay busy, because either you're doing something even if you're sleeping. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel like something from nothing is something. So did I show you that right there about the something for nothing?
You did.
Something for nothing is something?
You did.
Okay.
Let me ask you one more question, Doc
Yes, ma'am.
Brown. What is the Godhead?
Oh, yeah. That's the main thing pertaining to this. The Godhead, people don't realize. Oh, this is very interesting. There are levels of spirits, like on the first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, all the way up to the 100th floor. And that's our purpose on this earth, is to lead back into the Godhead. What I mean by that is, say you're born on the first floor, and the lower the spirit is, like the 5th floor, the 6th floor, that's, from that on back down, is a lower level self. And a lot of evil spirits occur on that floor, on that 5th, 6th floor. But as you go higher, those are the angels. So no bad spirit can jump over an angel. So that's why I teach people, if you got an angel on your side, you ain't got to worry about it. People got guns, evil people, bad. No, because the angel's going to protect you. So no bad spirit can elevate like that. They have to stay on that level down here like that and roam among themselves. But an angel can come all the way from the Godhead, which is sitting there near the Godhead, which is rotating, and come to you at a split second like that. You can be in the midst of going in a hole. Your car can be done fell in a ditch. You know, and you say those words, the angels around you, somebody come by, boop, and pick you up and scoop you up. That's how Moses parted the Red Sea. Moses parted the Red Sea because of the angels. He called in angels and the sea just opened up. The water was everywhere. The sea just opened up. That's how Daniel got out of the lions then. They had thrown Daniel in the ferocious lions and they had ate up everybody before Daniel. But Daniel had the spirit of angels around him. You know those lambs and those lions, they turn into little kittens. That's what I tell people, to get angels around you. You never know what your next, life is a split second between life and death. You never know when that split second might happen. But once you got this around you, you can live forever. You can live for as long as you want to, no matter what the doctor said in the hospital, no matter what nobody else says. No, you can live forever as long as you want to. And I'm going to tell you a story about a 90-year-old man. Okay. You ain't going to believe this story. One day a lady called me, and she's 31 years old. She go like, "Hey, Dr. Brown, how you doing? Can I talk to you and tell you something that just happened to me?" She says, "My husband just died." She says, "I'm still crying over him." She said, "I never had love like that before in my 31 years. This man loved all my kids." And I go like, "Yeah?" And she said, "Guess what?" She said, I said, "What?" He was 90 years old when I met him. She's 30 years old. She told me this man gave her the best 5 years of her life. He died at 95. So that right there can tell you, you can live and have joy and excitement as long as you live. You don't have to be stuck down in that rut by saying, "This ain't for me." "Oh, I'm scared of living." You know what I mean? Because you might as well be dead if you're scared of living. And you should live every day like it's your last. Enjoy life. Life is put here for us to embrace and enjoy. Whatever happened, you have one leg, 2 legs, whatever happened, enjoy. Because the angels is going to give you some stuff and show you some things about life. Going to put a feeling in you that's 10 times greater than now. And I can teach you how to get that feeling right now. This oil I sent out right here, it's a oil that I tell people to put on their forehead, and every time they put on their head with their forehead, they sleep like a baby. They tell me they have dreams, man, like when they was a kid. You know I can't make enough of this oil. I cannot make enough of this oil, man. It's just amazing. But my situation here now, I promised myself I want to save this earth because it's all misinformed, all messed up. So my goal right now is to get out here and spread this message. Spread it all over the world and help people, because I feel like I can make a difference. And if you feel like you can make a difference, then you should get out here with me, order your stuff, and I guarantee you feel like a king or queen.
Okay. Let me ask one more question.
All right.
So, Doc, why do you think people are so small-minded?
Well, because they don't know the potential of the brain. The brain is just like a flower. As you put information in it, it expands, and grow. Reading is the best thing that you can do. Read everything. And you know something about the mind. It's like the brain. That's the powerful weapon on earth. God gave all animals a defense. He gave the cat and the lion's claws. He gave them sharp teeth. He gave them the ability to be the baboon, the gorilla, elephant, be strong. What did he give us as a weapon? Our brain and our tongue. The brain and the tongue. It's been said that the brain and the tongue is more mightier than weapons of war. It's the powerful thing. In fact, it created the weapons. So what I teach people is I teach them how to focus in on this right here. When they get this, they will strengthen their mind, they will strengthen their spirit, they will strengthen their overall belief, and they will become supernatural.
Okay, Reverend Doc, how can people get in touch with you to get your potion? Your
well,
magic potion?
If they would really just look at the bottom of the screen, I think it's going on the bottom of the screen, and they could just order it up. And I guarantee you, what I'm going to use is UPS and Express Mail. If they send check, cash, or money order, they're going to get this, and they're going to be happy. They're going to get this the next day air, and they're going to be happy. I guarantee you that.
Okay, any final words that you want to say to the people?
Well, here's what I want to say. I want to say this right here. Being powerful is one of the greatest feelings on earth. Money is only paper as one of my so-called producers was saying, money, and it's true, money's on the paper. If you can take money to get to where you want to go, then pay the money and get to where you want to go. That's what money is for. You can't eat it. You can only use it to get the things that you need and better opportunities for yourself. So with this right here, somebody's going to hit the lottery. Somebody's going to win millions. Watch what I tell you. They're going to win millions. Watch what I tell you now. I done had that done before. They're going to win millions. Okay? And all I want to say to them is, hey, go after it. Life is a chance and an opportunity. Go after it. Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thank you for giving me this interview.
All right. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Hello, you're Rich Doc Brown Incorporation. Doc Brown can help you in many walks of life. Doc Brown works with the 7 heads in the spirit. There's never been a major hurricane in this area because of Doc Brown. Doc Brown can free your loved ones out of jail. Jailbirds can be freed. Come get your magic portion now. You can call me, keep calling Doc Brown until you get him. Also, Doc Brown works with personal love cases. Are you lonely? You leave your message at the beat.